Let go. Let go. Let go. The world has a hold on a lot of us. Let go. Imagine this. When the world has a grip on your emotions, the world has all of its power put against you, when the world has all of its things, all of its tools it's using, and it's using them all on you, what do? You have some options. You can decide to let that just ruin you and make you a horrible person. You can let all this make you hateful and make you hate others, hate yourself, make you do bad actions. Or you can choose to understand this. The world is here. Imagine this. The world is right here. And the world has its evil, yucky power. But its power is only given to it through the authority of what God gives the world. Right? He gives the world a certain amount of power. Okay. So the world has a certain amount of power. All right. We got the under wraps. It has a certain amount of power. Now, added on to that, even with that amount of power that is stronger than the power that you have alone, you have an advocate and you have a connection, hopefully you do, have a connection to the only one who has ever beaten the world. What does the world want of you? It wants you to hate others. It wants you to feel embarrassed, jealous. It wants you to be deceitful, to plan to do evil, to hurt others, to mock others, to make fun of others, to make fun of yourself, to hate yourself. We could keep going on and on. To make you focus on these things, to focus on negativity. It wants you to do these things. It wants you to kill, steal, make others' lives worse. These are the things that the world wants you to do. But there was, you probably know where I'm going with this. Not even there was. Go ahead and go switch that real quick. There is a single person who also happened to be God in the flesh, who, if you really think about it, said no. The world gave its hand right here. And he said no. The world said, I will give you everything. This whole kingdom on earth. I'll give you whatever. And he said no. The world said, jump off this, this cliff or whatever. Jump off of it. And if you're the son of God, the angels will save you. You'll be good. Like, you'll survive that fall. He said no. When, literally, bro, when the world says to steal, to kill, to hurt, he decided instead to give. He decided instead to heal. He decided instead to raise people from the dead. And there's something to be said here that everything the world wanted, Lord Jesus did the exact opposite. The exact opposite. Not even just, a little bit. No, exact opposite. The world wanted him to hate people. And he didn't have not one hating bone in his body. They wanted him to go and hurt people. They wanted him to assume power because you're the king, right? So why don't you assume power? And he didn't do so. He became lowly and meek, and he came before everyone and said, I know. I do know what I know. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to exalt myself and go ahead and come up here and be like, here, bow down before me. I'm not gonna tell you to. If you want to, that's on you. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? That's on you, bruh. That's on you. But what he did say is, come to me who are heavy and burdened, and I'll give you rest. He didn't say, come to me and I will make you go fetch me some food and like make me a sandwich. Yeah, get in the sandwich. Get in the kitchen, woman. Make me a sandwich. He didn't say all that. He said, hey, come to me who's burdened and heavy laden. I'll give you rest. That's what he said. He said, I'll just give you rest. Like, come here. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, pointing my finger, oh, wagging, oh, look at you doing your bad things. It's, no. Hey, you did wrong. But guess what? I give you the power. I'm giving you the power to not do that wrong anymore. I'm giving you that power. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, we need to come to the end of the world and decide, do we want to stay with those things and be connected to it? Or do we want to leave? That's what we need to come to. We need to let go. Let go of what the world wants. Let go of the hatred. Alright, let go of the hatred. Let go of the anonymity. Let go of the murderous intent. If you got some of that, that's kind of crazy. Let go, like I said, let go of the hatred. Let go of the want to have everything that you want. Just let go of the care for anything to do with worldly things. Because what really matters is not the worldly things. People are not worldly problems. I mean, there can be worldly problems within people, but the people themselves is not a worldly problem. That's a spiritual problem. Imagine like this, you have the world doing its thing, and you have a bunch of people within that world, and those people themselves, their actions can be worldly, but the people themselves are made in the image of God, and they are not, they are not the world. They can be of the world, but they're not the world. Basically, I'm trying to say that they're worth saving, that they're worth caring for, that they're worth giving your mind towards, that they're worth loving, that they're not one with the world. They are just prisoners within it, of their own choice, to be real. Not everyone, but the ones who are of the world, have that choice, and they chose to. What I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, we need to come to the end of ourselves and say, you know what? Do I want to let go? Or do I want to, as in let go of the world and grab on to the cross? Or do I want to let go of the cross and grab onto the world, which is sinking into the abyss? Because those worldly things you got going on in your mind, that hatred you got, that anxiety you got, the embarrassment, the jealousy, the pride, even all that stuff you got in there, that's all building up to drag you down. So don't let it drag you down. You have to choose to let go of those things, even if you gotta do it one by one. It's hard to let them all go at once. I understand that. There's gonna be small things that come up. Pride starts coming up again. I'm jealous again. We have to weed them out. When they come up again, you weed them out. And you know how you weed them out? You weed them out with the word. You read your word. You weed them out the word. You know that you shall not be prideful. You weed that out. You shall not kill. Weed that out. Don't be jealous of people. Weed that out. When they come back, you weed them out. You weed them. You weed them. You don't leave them there. You don't let them wreak their havoc. You weed them out. You weed them out. Weed out all the evil. Weed it out. Even if you got to do it one by one, weed it out. Use the word to your advantage. Weed it out. Weed it out. Work on it. You got jealousy? Work on it. You hate people? Work on it. You think you are an overthinker? You think all the time about what if this happens? Work on it. Weed it out. You know these things are wrong. Weed it out and use the word to your advantage to weed those things out. Because you can't just keep coming at this like I'm gonna, just try to do better, but you're not really thinking about specifically how. Like, what are the actual problems that you're dealing with? Because if you come to the end of yourself, you're gonna realize that grabbing on to the cross and throwing away the world is really the way to do it. And we so often want to grab onto just one little thing, one small little thing, a little bit of a thread that's connected to that abyss where the world is going. We want to grab onto one little thing, but one little thing, that one little thing leads to two other things, leads to three. Tendrils start coming out. Because we decided to not let go. We decided to not let go of that sinking abyss. We decided not to get rid of it and replace it. Because you don't just let go. You let go and you're standing there waiting. And you're like, oh, I'm waiting here. Is something going to grab me? And you're not reaching out for the grass or none. The tendrils are going to come up and grab you again. Because you didn't replace it. You had one thing you were doing wrong. You didn't replace it. If you have jealousy, replace it with non-jealousy. Don't replace it with nothing. Like, come on, you got to replace it. If you hate someone, replace it with love. Not replace it with no feelings at all. Like, oh, I feel nothing about anyone. Well, then it's probably going to lead to hate. Let's be real. All right. It's going to lead back. Y'all replace it. You can't just let go of that world that's sinking. You have to grab the cross at the same time. You have to grab onto the good. So when you're weeding out that evil, grab onto the good. Grab onto it. And like I said, it'll be coming back, bro. It'll be coming back. Your life is going to be spent weeding out evil. But you have to be vigilant and actually actively trying to actually weed it out. Not just doing like whatever. Like, oh, I ain't even going to try. Like, actually trying to weed it out. The tendrils are coming up. You got to chop them off with the sword, bro. We're in a video game right now. Tendrils coming up. Cthulhu trying to grab. You chop them off with a sword, bro. You chop it off, You chop it off with the sword. Chop it. Chop that off with the sword. That's what you gotta do. That's what you got to do. Let go. Let go of the world. There's so many things we want to take, that we want to hold on to. But what did Jesus show us? What did he show us? He showed us that it is there are things that we can do opposed to the evil. That he decided, even though he knew that he would have to sacrifice, that he would have to make a grand sacrifice, he went through with it. We know that we have to make a sacrifice, but oftentimes we're not really okay with going through with it. When you have to cut off them tendrils, those tendrils feel good. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they don't feel good, but a lot of the time, those tendrils feel good. But you're going to have to cut off them tendrils. Sometimes grabbing onto the cross is difficult. It's high up there, The tendrils are right there. They're just like right next to you. I mean, you can just grab onto it. But the cross is way up there. You got to make a leap. But you know what they call that? They call that a leap of faith. So when you make a leap of faith, that's that real leap up to grab onto that cross instead of deciding to just, whatever's right in front of you, just tendrils, you might as well just grab it. No. We cut that off and we make a big leap of faith, grabbing onto the cross. And what all this analogy and whatever storytelling is supposed to tell you is, the grand theme of what I'm trying to tell you is, just let go. You're overthinking all the time. I'll keep repeating. I'll keep repeating it. You keep, overthinking. Overthinking about, well, what does this person think about me? Or what happens if this happens? I don't know what happens if that's going to happen, bro. If this happens here, and this does this and this, overthinking. You're anxietied out. You're finding yourself jealous. You see a couple walking happy, like, down the street. You're like, dang. Now I'm sad. Like, people do that for a joke on the internet. They're like, oh, I see this happy couple, and then they make like a happy couple would be like in a TikTok or something. They'd be like, oh, you guys are so cute. You make me sad that I don't have someone like that. And it's like, okay, yeah, but like, deep down, when they make that comment, they're serious. Okay, they actually are sad. They're just making it into a joke, but they actually are sad about that. Don't be sad about that. And they could say, well, how do I not use the word? Use the word. And think about it. Why are you sad about someone else being with someone and when you're not with someone? Probably because you're jealous. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We've just discovered that you're jealous. I mean, it wasn't that crazy. It was pretty simple, but you're jealous. So you're jealous. So find out why you're jealous. It's going to be different for different people, by the way. But I think a common one of why you're going to be jealous is just the simpleness of it. You want what they have. That's just that simple. There could be some other intricate stuff, related to it. But that's usually as simple as it goes. You want what they have. You're just jealous. That's it, right? So we know what it is. Now we can start weeding it out. You can't weed out what you don't know is there. You got to discover it first. And how do you discover it? Like I said, with the word and convictions. Not just convictions from the Holy Spirit. Not just like the word itself, but also convictions. But convictions will also line up with the word, so at the same time, it's like they just kind of like going together and they doing that thing. It's like they're doing their own separate things, but like they line up together. You know what I'm saying? Got two different plots on the line and they line up together. So I'm just saying that's what it is. So to sum this up, because this is more of a shorter one, just let go. Let go of those things that you're holding on to. That mistake you made 10 years ago. Let go to what people think about you. They don't think. People gonna talk bad on your name all the time. I think I made videos about this before, and I'm gonna make more about how people will always talk bad about you. I can go in depth on that topic, but maybe I already have. I probably have, to be honest. I repeat topics. They are what they are. I'll just repeat this topic even 100 times over. Why not? But get into your skull. You gotta understand it. Get into your brain real quick. But you'll just be hating on people. You'll be jealous of people. All this different stuff. People will hate you, and you'll worry about that. Oh, this person doesn't like me. Okay, they don't like you, bro. It is what it is. Okay? Maybe you're actually doing something wrong to make it so they don't like you. Or you're not doing something wrong. How about you actually look at it and see if you are or not? See if it's a you problem or not. If it's not a you problem, then that's on them. Yeah, that's on them. So, I would say the main thing you want to do right now is just decide, okay, what things do I have that are wrong, like as in a problem? Usually is going to stem from a problem. Do I have a problem? Is there something I'm struggling with? Okay, why am I struggling with this? All right, how do I combat this? Literally, just take it down step by step. Step by step. What is wrong? And then you erase it and replace it. Erase it and replace it. Basically, you erase the evil and you replace it with good. That's what you do. You erase the evil and you replace it with good. And that's what we need to do. So choose today. Choose today to start working on those issues and to start letting go of the world and everything that is within it. Like I said, those tendrils, they'll come back. They'll come spiking on back. You know what I'm saying? But the more you replace the tendrils with the cross, the more you replace Cthulhu with Jesus. I don't know why I'm using Cthulhu of all things. I mean, really, it's just the devil, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know why I'm using Cthulhu. I mean, they're basically one and the same. Let's just be real. But it's just like what is it? People be specific about that. Like, oh, you got to use the correct names. It's like, why care about bro's name? Like, I don't need to know bro's name. Okay, the only name I need to know is Jesus. All right, that's the only name I need to know. All right, I don't need to know bro's name or whatever Brody and his bunch down there doing. Okay, I don't need to know about that. All right, it's cool. Like, I don't care. Okay, I call him Billy Schlib Schwab Globby Schwab. It doesn't matter what his name is. Okay, at the end of the day. He mad at that too. He mad at that too. That's crazy. Anyways, call me by my name. I want to be infamous. So, anyways, you gotta replace the tendrils. Replace those tendrils. Replace what's connected to them tendrils with the cross and with Jesus. You gotta replace it. Erase it and replace it. And then also, as I said, to sum it up, like I said, when they come back, you're going to have to keep doing it. But here's the thing. You're going to have to do it for long periods of time. As in, even though you will replace certain stuff, there's gonna be stuff you're missing out on, right? And then maybe some stuff comes back. Maybe some problems you didn't expect come back. It happens. I get it. You get it. We all get it. God gets it. They come back. But guess what? You're just gonna let the problem come back and be like, all right, it's cool. I mean, I already got rid of it last time. Why do I need to get rid of it again? It's like, well, the problem's back though. So, problem is back. Now we got to deal with the problem again. We go back to square one. Okay, what is a problem? Why is it a problem? And how do I erase it and replace it? You got to go back to square one and get rid of the problem. So it may be tedious, but sometimes you're going to just have to redo it over and over again. And then once that repetition gets in, you're going to not want to be doing that no more anyways. Or it's just going to be rid of, right? And erased and replaced. So that's what I'm saying. You just keep fighting it. Basically, I'm trying to say keep fighting that good fight. Keep fighting that good fight, soldier. You got this. Keep fighting that good fight. You may get knocked down once, maybe twice, maybe even 7 times, 7,000 even. That could be a crazy number, but there's probably those of you out there that have been knocked down 7,000 times. I don't know if that's possible, but probably, honestly, it probably is actually possible now I think about it. That probably is the case. Even if you've been knocked down 7,000 times, guess what? The 7,001th time, whew, it's time to shine. Hey man, it's like if you got knocked out 7,000 times, that means you got up every single time. Also, you would have been knocked down one time and you would have just laid there. That means you got up 7,000 times. Crazy. Get up for 7,000 more. Is all I'm letting you know, bro. I mean, if you've been knocked down 7,000 times, though, I'm gonna be honest, you probably close to not getting knocked down anymore. You probably learned a lot from that. But all I'm saying is, as long as you getting up, hey, the enemy ain't going to defeat you as long as you getting up. Because if you getting up, that means you care. If you don't get up, that means you obviously don't care. The more you get up, the more you care. And that's how I see it. I see you fall down on your face splat, over and over again. You just get up and start walking again. Like it's like someone in a who's in a wheelchair but keeps trudging along. And they have like a chance of walking, and that even though they keep falling when they're in the therapy for their feet, for their legs, and they keep falling over and over again, one of them times they're gonna walk. They're gonna keep trying it over and over again until they can walk. Now, what happens if maybe they don't be able to walk? They still gonna keep trying, because it don't matter. They still gonna be able to walk. The difference is between that though is because is that the victory is already here, so you just have to walk to the victory. So just grab it, and then you have to pull out of the victory, and you have to, no, I don't want to be a part of the world. I don't want to like do horrible stuff and like trade, all the good for bad. I would rather do it the other way around. And either way, anyways, I'm yapping at this point. Yapperton. I'm speaking Japanese right now. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and end this. Go ahead, study real quick too. And y'all see you guys. Make sure to watch more videos. I have a lot of videos. Watch more of them. Yeah, I have a lot of videos. I actually have a video, multiple videos really, on my other channel. My gaming channel. If you care about gaming, I mean, I'm just like chilling over there. That's part of me like not getting attached to the world, because like the world is like, oh, you gotta like do a certain, there's even religious things within the world, the Pharisees, right? So like, oh, you gotta always do this type of content. Like, oh, I always gotta do like a certain type of content. But I started doing stuff like that. It's more fun. Maybe not necessarily like faith related explicitly. It's like, oh, I'm just having fun with something. It's a gaming channel, right? So trying to do some gaming stuff over there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing a little bit of stuff. Like just kind of dibbling and dabbling in some just fun stuff. Trying to get my personality, to show up on camera and stuff like that. So go check it out if you're interested. If you're not, that's cool. I don't care if you watch it regardless, I'll be honest. So if you don't want to watch it, that's cool. I mean, you're still watching this video right now, so that's already a W. If you just watch this video, you're still watching one of my videos. So that's more than nothing, So yeah, and I watch more of my videos in the future, because I have going to upload more videos on this channel. And maybe, hear me out, maybe possibly there'll be some edited content on this channel. Maybe I'll edit a video for one time on this channel, for one time on the one time. You'll have to see if that time comes. It might not. You know what I'm saying? But hey, maybe it'll pop up and you'll see, whoa, that's an edited video. He's doing like an analysis or something, or like he's like talking about something and he's like editing the video and stuff. Wow. That's so cool. Good content, man. You're like putting effort into the video.